Samsung has surged plus 3.87% to $281,500. In this video we break down exactly what is driving this move and what it means. Welcome to MTRS_Market Pulse. It is Saturday, August 22nd, and this is your complete global market briefing. A range-bound session is developing. Equity markets are responding to reports that Dow Jones futures fall as oil prices, Bitcoin jump, Walmart skids on earnings, Investors Business Daily. Let us start with a quick look at how the major global markets are positioned today. Starting with the major global indices. S&P 500 ticked up plus 0.43% to $7,674.37. Equity markets are responding to reports that stock market today, Dow gains 500 points, SpaceX snaps a losing streak, Bitcoin pops, Investors Business Daily. NASDAQ 100 is trading higher by plus 0.33% at $29,309. Equity markets are responding to reports that crypto advocates join in suing Illinois over digital asset tax. Dow Jones is trading higher by plus 0.98% at $53,277. Equity markets are responding to reports that Dow Jones futures fall as oil prices, Bitcoin jump, Walmart skids on earnings, Investors Business Daily. DAX is trading higher by plus 0.59% at €26,137. This comes as S&P 500 inches lower as Middle East tensions outweigh tech gains, WTVB, adding pressure to energy markets. FTSE 100 is trading higher by plus 0.64% at £10,817. Equity markets are responding to reports that Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Now let us turn to some of the biggest names in global equities. Samsung made a dramatic move today, surged plus 3.87% to 281,500 Korean wons. Equity markets are responding to reports that Samsung profit surges over eightfold to beat estimates as RE boom fuels memory chip crunch. HBM3 yield rates for AI training chips are the most critical near-term metric. Any positive update would drive a meaningful earnings upgrade cycle. The memory upcycle is intact, but Samsung's foundry losses are a drag. A recovery in smartphone DRAM pricing would add a second earnings lever. Goldman Sachs surged plus 3.73% to $1,039.28 in a significant session. Equity markets are responding to reports that Goldman Sachs stock doubles from Liberation Day lows, Yahoo Finance. The asset and wealth management pivot is lowering earnings volatility. Private credit exposure is a growth area but carries liquidity risk in stress. Near term, the IB deal calendar is the stock driver. Watch for any mega IPO or M&A advisory win. NTT climbed plus 2.91% to 166 yen and 10 sen. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Palo Alto Networks signs a $1 billion NTT data deal ahead of Q4 earnings, TKR.com. From a momentum perspective, the next key resistance for NTT sits around 176 yen and 7 sen. A sustained break above that level could attract further institutional buying. The main risk to the upside scenario is a shift in macro conditions or central bank tone. This is our analytical view. Always do your own research. LVMH is down minus 2.83%, trading at €443.10. Investor sentiment is being shaped by China sales hold up as European luxury brands warn of Iran war impact, South China Morning Post. Chinese luxury demand recovery is the dominant catalyst. Any positive signal from China consumer confidence data or Hong Kong retail sales would directly re-rate the stock. Ultra-high net worth demand is more resilient than aspirational luxury. Now let us dig into the macro picture driving these moves. On the geopolitical front, this comes as S&P 500 inches lower as Middle East tensions outweigh tech gains, WTVB, adding pressure to energy markets. This is adding a risk premium across energy markets and supporting safe haven demand. The key macro overlay remains monetary policy. Equity markets are responding to reports that Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Any surprise in the rate path could trigger outsized moves. On the data front, equity markets are responding to reports that Dow Jones futures fall as oil prices, Bitcoin jump, Walmart skids on earnings, Investors Business Daily. Turning to commodities. Brent crude edged higher to $94.39 per barrel, up 0.65% on the session. The move follows reports that Dow Jones futures fall as oil prices, Bitcoin jump, Walmart skids on earnings, Investors Business Daily. WTI crude dipped to $87.06 per barrel, down 0.88% on the session. The move follows reports that Dow Jones futures fall as oil prices, Bitcoin jump, Walmart skids on earnings, Investors Business Daily. Natural gas edged higher to $2.77, up 1.46% on the session. This comes as S&P 500 inches lower as Middle East tensions outweigh tech gains, WTVB, adding pressure to energy markets. Gold climbed to $4,624.10 per troy ounce, up 2.39% on the session. Safe haven demand is being supported by reports that gold regains momentum as weak dollar, safe haven demand and seasonal buying support prices, The Economic Times. Let us give you our near-term view on Samsung. From a momentum perspective, the next key resistance for Samsung sits around 298,390 Korean wons. A sustained break above that level could attract further institutional buying. The main risk to the upside scenario is a shift in macro conditions or central bank tone. This is our analytical view, always do your own research. In the currency markets, Euro to US dollar is at 1.17, gaining 0.04% on the day. Pound sterling to US dollar is at 1.36, gaining 0.35% on the day. US dollar to Japanese yen is at 158.94, gaining 0.42% on the day. The move in the dollar reflects reports that gold regains momentum as weak dollar, safe haven demand and seasonal buying support prices, The Economic Times. Here is your market watch list heading into the next session. Keep a close eye on central bank speakers and rate commentary, and key economic data releases. Any one of these could be the catalyst that defines the next major directional move. We do the research so you do not have to hours of analysis distilled into actionable daily briefings. If that is valuable, please hit the like button. It is the single best way to support independent market analysis and help us reach more investors. Subscribe and turn on notifications for tomorrow's briefing. Drop your view in the comments. Are you bullish or bearish from here? Thanks for watching MTRS_Market Pulse. Nothing here constitutes financial advice. Please conduct your own due diligence. Good luck in the markets, and we will see you in the next video. That is your full global market briefing from MTRS_Market Pulse. Subscribe and turn on notifications for daily updates.